on, and what a game we have for you tonight as we get set to bring you NBA action on 2K Sports. Along with Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. Looking at Boston, they want to turn it around. After the loss to the Bucks. And now the opening lineup for Boston. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. Thomas is the point with Bradley to his side. And it's Crowder in it, the small forward.
And guys, you gotta love the front court for these Atlanta Hawks. I mean, Al Horford and Paul Millsap both give up a few inches in terms of height, but you won't find a more skilled and versatile front court in the NBA.
Well, speaking of the skill of the Atlanta front court, their offense predicated on ball movement and spacing and shooting. Unlike San Antonio, Horford and Millsap a perfect fit.
Really, those two enjoy playing together. Excellent chemistry between them because they're both mobile, agile, skilled big guys.
Pass to Horford. Takes a three. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Sullinger inside. Guarded by Horford. And Sullinger with the basket on the assist from Crowder.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
There's a whistle and a goes on Isaiah Thomas. That's his first foul. On defense, Boston. And it's out of bounds for the Hawks as Atlanta retains possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. At the top of the key, Horford. Pondexter kicks to Horford. Hawks passing it around. And Millsap, here we go. Crowder pulls it in.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Back to Sullinger. And so just over a minute and a half played. Can't cash in from close range. Outside Millsap. Korver gets a wide open look. His three-pointers off the mark. Thomas with the ball. He's making his presence felt offensively with his scoring average up there at almost 13 points a game. And the shot's good from Crowder.
Well, he's back and playing in front of his hometown, and it's such a rush of adrenaline when that happens. So you're going to be dealing with friends and family asking for tickets, but the chance to come back to play where it all started and put on a show for the people you grew up with, there's not much more that's better in terms of motivation.
Here's Bradley. Thomas dishes to Zeller. Comes up empty down low.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
They recover it. It's stolen by Bradley. On up the court. The shot by Crowder, no good.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Celtics foul call.
And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
That's his first personal foul.
And Paul Millsap, guys, the only player to lead the NCAA in rebounding 3 straight seasons back in college. A former second-round pick, was kind of slept on, but now clearly making his mark in the NBA.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. Greg, you were talking about Millsap's ferocious rebounding. He battles inside, but Clark, he is so skilled.
Yeah, he's just really a good all-around basketball player. He can pass, handle, step out, hit the three. Very, very versatile. He makes an impact on the game a lot of ways.
Millsap with the steal.
He was on that pass in a flash, read it, reacted, and then picked it off.
Now here's Bradley, the fast break opportunity. Knocked loose. And stolen by Jeff Teague. Outside Korver. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
Thomas gets a wide open look. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Outside for Millsap. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's his second foul already, and that's going to force him to tone down his aggression defensively.
Boston making a switch here. Lee's checked in. Bradley can't get it to go. The Hawks leading. Teague kicks to Millsap. And a miss there on the triple.
Boy, from my angle, it looked like it was in the bottom of the net. Looked good from here.
Yeah, I'm about as shocked as you are, Clark.
Bradley passes to Thomas. Ejected by Teague. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff Teague. Celtics also with a sub. Turner's checked in for Crowder. Kent Bazemore is checked in for Atlanta. Kelly Olynyk's checked in for the Celtics. Marcus Smart comes in for Avery Bradley. Here's Thomas. He dishes it to Olynyk. The pass to Smart. 6 on the shot clock. From the stripe. Can't get it to go. And Atlanta will come the other way. Millsap with it. He's picked up by Lee. And the call will be against David Lee. That's his first foul.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Quincy Pondexter, he's checked in for Atlanta. Teague comes in for Dennis Schroeder. Korver, good.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Kept alive.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Knocks down the 3 ball. Korver's got 8 points.
Really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
And he just leaves the D in the dust and explodes to the basket.
You're right. Clark, maybe a momentum changer right there, huh?
It could be, Kevin. I mean, a dunk like that can sometimes get an opponent reeling.
Millsap has the open look. Bank shot, no good.
Tell you what, they haven't wasted any time getting into the swing of things on the boards.
And even this early, that's a good omen for the rest of the game.
Jump shot is good that time. He's got 8. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Atlanta.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
Here's the Hawks with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Pondexter dishes to Horford.
Yeah, now Horford really has become one of those elite two-way big men. And that's very rare. You look at most bigs in the NBA, they excel at either one end or the other, but this is one of those guys that does it all.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Scotty's checked in for Millsap. Ken Bazemore comes in for Quincy Pondexter. Hardaway's checked in for Kyle Korver. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Jeff Teague. And then for Boston, Amir Johnson's checked in for Lee. And it's Jeff Taylor in for Thomas. And Horford at 6'10", a natural power forward who's been pressed into duty at the center spot, but he holds his own on the low block.
He also does a really good job, Kevin, moving his feet and covering in space, covering the pick and roll. He's outstanding in that regard, which is important in today's game. He's got mobility and a high IQ.
And it's Turner off the drive. The shot no good.
They've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass today.
Yeah, and it's already got them a +5 margin in the rebound column.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
Fires from deep. Again, the miss by Turner. The Atlanta Hawks come into this one following a loss to the Raptors. Smart kicks to Olynyk. On the wing, Johnson. Taylor passes to Turner. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got it.
And that does it for the first quarter. Hawks ahead. They lead by 6. We'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And now the second quarter just getting set to start. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, they seem to be a step slower, and that's one reason why they've been able to own the rebounding edge.
Well, the anticipation's been better. As the ball hits the rim, it's gone right to them. Solid job of them chasing it down and anticipating.
Dennis Schroeder is out there with Tim Hardaway Jr. Then there's Scott. Then there's Kent Bazemore. And it's Splitter in at the 5 down low. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hawks. And the dunk by Zeller.
That's how you make it happen, guys. Ball pressure and then a run out.
And that's how you flip the script in terms of momentum right there.
Splitter kicks it over to Schroeder. Here's Bazemore. And he says, right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
I tell you what, you got to love his aggressiveness finishing inside like that.
Well, his leaping ability, Clark, gives him a great advantage.
And that's why they look to get him the ball around the rim. It's either a dunk or free throws every time. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Marcus Smart was drafted to the Celtics as their future point guard. He came in with a lot of work to do and a skill set that people really liked. But his first season, Clark, was a roller coaster.
Yeah, it really was. He was an off guard in high school and in his first year of college as well. Really only played full-time at the point the year before he was drafted.
Makes it off the glass. Smart's got 5 points now this quarter.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Poked away. Crowder with the steal. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Bradley can't get it to go.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
Here's Scott. Again, the Hawks score.
Right now, they've got that field goal percentage up in the low 50s.
Putting it together offensively, looking to build some more momentum.
And the dunk by Zeller.
And Kevin, the knack for the offensive rebound are a big part of what makes this guy special.
Not to mention, Greg, his ability to finish with strength just like that.
Yeah, he's an invaluable asset for them to have. No question about it.
Scott kicks to Hardaway. Stolen by Smart. Here's Sullinger. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. David Lee's checked in for Boston. Isaiah Thomas comes in for Marcus Smart. Vitor Favarani's checked in for Sullinger. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof? Only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high.
And it's Korver in the corner. And once again off the mark by Atlanta.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
Favarani dishes to Bradley. Chance there to take the lead. Missing.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diaw in the way he treats his body.
Outside Thomas. Kicks it to Bradley. Rebounded by Korver.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow.
There's a whistle, and it goes on Isaiah Thomas. That'll be his second foul of the game. Boston making a switch here. Urebko's checked in. And now the first timeout called here for the Hawks.
And Kyle Korver enjoying a career renaissance, if you will, here in his 30s. A former late second-round pick. He's kicked around the league a little bit. He's really found his niche here in the motion offense of the Atlanta Hawks.
A little background on Kyle Korver, drafted 51st by the Nets back in 2003. They sold his rights to the Sixers for a little over $100 grand and used the proceeds to pay for their summer league fee.
Well, that, and they also bought a new color copier for whatever that information is worth. It might sound like a mistake in hindsight, but I heard that machine is very reliable.
For double team. It's stolen. Out to the right wing. Thomas passes to Urebko. That's good. And it's Thomas picking up the assist. Thomas got 3 assists tonight. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Celtics.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about how well they defended the rim? Not just blocking shots, but also altering them here in this first half.
Thomas against T. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. The Celtics shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight.
And guys, you hear about how the Hawks are jokingly referred to as the Spurs of the East. It has to do with their coach, Mike Budenholzer, who's really brought that philosophy here to Atlanta.
Mike Scott's checked in for the Hawks. Then for the Celtics, Turner comes in for Vitor Favarani. And it's Jeff Taylor in for Avery Bradley. Here's Taylor. No good. Korver with the defensive effort. On for Coach Budenholzer, Greg. He did spend 19 years at the Spurs, so it makes a lot of sense. Clarkie won 4 titles during his time there in San Antonio.
And Kevin, you can really see how he's adapted and brought the motion offense over to this team, and it's worked well for the Hawks.
And stolen by Jeff T. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And it's slammed in by Millsap. Guys, no one team gaining control early on.
Give and take, back and forth, the whole way thus far.
Yeah, and you look at the lead changes, 6 already.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Horford. Boston making some changes. Olynyk, he's checked in for Lee. And it's Johnson in for Urebko. 1:35 left now here in the second. That's good.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that D can afford to give him.
The kick out to Scott. And here's Millsap from the arc. Goes back up. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
Checking out the game Paul Millsap is having. He's got 10 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
The first one falls. Second free throw, no good.
And the thing with Kelly Olynyk, he does some stuff that really helps you, and some also that will hurt. I mean, he's highly skilled. He's got the deep range, textbook positioning in terms of the post. A lot of tricky moves down there. Yet he has a hard time being effective against great athletes, which the NBA is filled with. So he's going to have to evolve as a basketball player if he wants to be effective.
Thomas kicks to Olynyk. Thomas goes in. He feeds it to Olynyk. Celtics passing it around. Taylor. Soft touch off the glass. And the Celtics lead by 1.
Celtics foul call.
It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Free throw good. Teague. Smart's checked in for the Celtics. So he makes one of two as the second one misses.
They should be in front right now, but he'll be relieved not to have come up totally empty there.
The shot by Turner, no good. Atlanta's gone 1-of-4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. And here's Korver from the arc. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got his third rebound on the night. And it's Turner finishing it off.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his
tie game in Atlanta. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
And now the start of the second half. Neither side jumping out ahead through the first two quarters. One guy who's been getting it done is Paul Millsap.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Thomas is the point with Bradley into his side. Sullinger and Zeller are the duo down low. And it's Crowder in it, the small forward position. The Hawks trailing. Teague kicks to Horford. Outside Korver. Lets the three fly. The Celtics shoot the ball at 42%. Thomas dishes to Sullinger. Back to Thomas. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. The stupendous finish in traffic. Thomas got 7 points in the game.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Here's Zeller. Rejected by Millsap. Teague kicks to Horford. And stolen by Thomas. And they're moving it up. Sullinger, no good.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Takes it from 10. Atlanta again missing.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
Three-pointer. And Sullinger missing.
The mechanics totally out of whack right now. He's lost his feel for the shot.
Yeah, he really has. I mean, just totally out of sync. I mean, you can just see it in the numbers. Nothing going down for him right now.
Well, last season, Quincy Pondexter was moved to the Pelicans. He really took off after the trade and played some of his best basketball to date.
Now a timeout called by Boston. Pondexter last year was very valuable after the trade. Career highs, Clark, in points and minutes played for him with the Pels.
Yeah, and you know, he showed he can really be a 3 and D guy. Shot over 40% from deep with the Pelicans and defended pretty much every position on the perimeter.
4 on the clock. And it's blocked.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
Korver passes to Millsap. Back to Korver. Here's Horford. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Terrific job that time defending at the rim. I mean, it's not an easy task stopping that fella when he's headed to the bucket like that. Good job.
Teague against Zeller. Millsap left side. It's stolen by Bradley. That's good for Thomas on the assist by Bradley. Thomas got the lead up to 4 now for the Celtics. Teague kicks to Millsap. The 3. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play it.
And it's Bradley off the drive. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Bradley's got his second bucket.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
It'll go. The Boston lead is cut down to a single point after the basket from Horford. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 8 so far in the third quarter, looking to lock in that rhythm. It's Thomas outside. Rebound, Atlanta.
Outstanding perimeter defense there. That was a well-contested shot.
Yeah, and you know he takes a lot of pride in his defense. There are no easy threes if he's on you.
David Lee's checked in for Zeller.
Substitution for the Celtics. David Lee.
Lee again. Millsap. And stolen by Thomas. And pushing it up. Here's Boston. And the jam by David Lee.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. Turner's checked in for the Celtics. Scott dishes to Schroeder. Now the feed to Hardaway. Pass to Schroeder. Clock at 6. Here's Splitter. Powered down with both hands.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
The dish to Hardaway. Scott. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Scott's got his second bucket of the night.
That's been their bread and butter in the second half. They've really knocked down their long-range shots.
And as hot as they are, no need to play conservative. Keep firing away.
Schroeder kicks to Splitter. Scott with the screen on Bradley. Dishes to Scott. Lee with the steal. Here's Bradley. Finished off the break. Bradley's got 4 points now in the quarter. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Celtics.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Here's Lee. He kicks it to Crowder. There's a minute 40 left to play here in the third. Bradley, no one around him. Drains the three-pointer. Now it's a 5-point Celtic lead.
An excellent display of passing out there, fellas. I mean, 8 of their last 10 points have been assisted on.
And they just keep finding the open man.
Splitter sets a screen. Back to Scott. It's stolen by Bradley. By himself. And Lee with the stuff.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And great, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
That indicates the importance of great on-the-ball defense, as was displayed right there. Up high and down hard with the one-hander.
Got a little extra forceful with that one, didn't he? Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and I think that's going to rouse up his teammates. No doubt. Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Bazemore gets the bucket.
Wow, something's brewing, guys. The three-pointers just continue to flow.
Yeah, they've had a great second half from long range, Greg. I mean, things are definitely starting to look up for them.
And here's Schroeder. Back to Hardaway. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Celtics lead by 4. 2K Sports back in a moment here at Phillips Arena in Atlanta. Give you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. The Hawks trail by 4. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague and Korver are the guards. And it's Pondexter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Atlanta.
That's a brain freeze right there from the entire defense. Now is not the time to lose your focus. And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Korver, good.
4-2.
Well, the Celtics shooting from the field, 44%, not bad. Passes to Uretko. Deflects the pass. To take the lead. The rebound by Johnson. Here's Uretko. Teague covering. Uretko in the post. The shot misses. And Atlanta will go the other way with it. Outside Teague. Horford the pass to Teague. Back to Horford. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And Al Horford is just a winner, guys. I mean, win 2 NCAA titles at his time playing for Florida. His teammates call him the Godfather because of how calm and quiet he is in terms of his leadership and the mentoring he provides. It's been the same here in the NBA.
Now the free throw is good. Now leading by 1. And that Florida team with Horford, Noah, and Corey Brewer, such a tight-knit group. All those guys still competing and defending at a very high level now in the NBA.
Each of those guys very team first in their approach. That's what they're about, winning. And because they've experienced championship winning, they stay locked in to that task.
Here's Zeller. Feeds to Smart. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. Paul Millsap picks one up. And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big 3 out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Millsap. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
He is an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He picks the simple one-handed stuff to get the 2 points.
Yeah, and in a close game, though, guys, those could be really important points.
Just 5 on the clock. Boston again missing.
Looking at Jay Crowder, he got traded from Dallas to Boston in the Rondo deal last season. Nobody expected all that much from him. All he did was go out and become one of the most valuable players on that team.
Outside Korver. Here's Horford. That one wide left.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range. When you talk about Jay Crowder, there are those that you win because of, and then there are guys like him that you win with. I mean, the guy who's going to take the charge, commit the hard foul, do what others won't, really shows the heart of a champion.
Teague dishes to Horford. Outside Korver. Teague for 3. The shot is off. Excellent D from Thomas. To the wing on the left. Pass to Smart. Back to Thomas. To the inside. And Zeller kicks to Crowder. Hands it from downtown. And the Celtics lead by 2. Boy, right down to the wire here, Clark. Still anyone's ball game.
Both teams really invested now. I mean, this is the type of game you love to win, and you'd hate to lose it.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Finishes the break with a slam.
Right back to the basics there, using the one-hand slam for that one.
Doesn't he make the basics look pretty exceptional?
Yeah, he does. They look sweet when he does them.
And he better stay with those basics, because this game is still yet to be determined.
Looking to end the run. And there's Korver on the assist by Horford. And that's 12 points in the game for Kyle Korver.
Kyle Korver, a true laser. I mean, the most efficient catch-and-shoot jump shooter in the league, and maybe in league history. And he tallied the second ever 50-50-90 season a year ago.
Now a timeout called by Boston. And Korver now in his 13th season in the NBA. Last season was his best ever, especially shooting.
Yeah, and he credits all of his improvement to the advanced off-season training regimen. Extremely dedicated. He moved his family to Santa Barbara to be closer to his trainer, and it's paid off.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. He told them, "This is it, fellas. Let's hit them right out of this timeout. Put some pressure on them. Show them how much you want it. Let's go get it." Guys, he's really exhorting them to give them a burst of energy.
Schroeder with the ball. Now Thomas defending.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Schroeder passes to Turkoglu. They get it again. Here's Boston now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Thomas goes in. He dishes it to Zeller. Kicks it out to Bradley. The tray. In it goes for the 5th time and 10 shots for him this game.
All these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
Here's Sullinger. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
And how about that one-man fast break?
I love the power finish at the end of it, too.
Schroeder kicks to Corver. It's stolen by Bradley. Here's Thomas. Crowder dishes to Sullinger. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And there's the foul. This goes against Atlanta.
Check out the game for Sullinger. He's got 8 points and a steal.
Fundamentals have been on display. He's just done it all today. The passing and also knocking down his freebies.
And that's exactly what they've needed from him, those 2 things.
There's 1:54 left in the 4th quarter. Teague, the pass to Horford. Looking to end the run. And Kyle Korver hits from deep. Korver's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
The Celtics working the ball around now. A nice shot by Zeller.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yep, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Teague got the loose ball, but that will be a backcourt violation.
Celtics ball.
You never want to point the finger at one person in a team game as to why a team is struggling, but his 5 turnovers have slowed down what the offense has tried to do.
Here's Zeller, and that one is hammered home.
Assistant.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for the Celtics.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these 2 teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And, Greg, we know familiarity breeds contempt. I would expect things to become more heated as these teams face each other going forward.
That's his first personal foul. At the line for the Hawks.
The first one falls.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Boston making a switch here. Vitor Favarani's checked in for Tyler Zeller. Urebko comes in for Crowder. Jeff Taylor, he's checked in for Bradley. And Smart subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. Teague kicks to Korver. Korver missing again. Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
17 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's his first foul.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
Teague drives in, and he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a 3-point play. Here's Urebko. Now the pass to Favarani. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. Mas só em pensar que só face, tudo que eu pedisse só você quem me desse. Aí pensando Deus se esse quarto falasse, mas que pena, já era, já era, já era. Não deixo mais aquela tão bela e singela, e nem dá. Porque se eu ouço a voz dela é através de alô. Se passou pela favela é porque alguém me falou. Então já que me deixou por aqui, aprendi a viver um pouco sozinho. Mas o que eu posso fazer, via, se eu gosto da boemia. Essa noite pra mim é dia, mas posso mudar. Mas como isso é questão de tempo, então isso nem tenho muito, nem curto. Fica de canto, eu prefiro suar. Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois. O resto eu vejo depois, talvez, pode ser que uma mina firmeza possa trombar no rolê. É isso, deixa comigo, é só seguir o sentido e despertar os picos floridos. Mas não, pera lá, deixa eu falar, né assim, para mim tem que ter valor. Não é só chegar e abusar, nem forjar, nem fingir que nem dá pra sentir o amor. Uma fita, ela não confia mais em mim, acredita no conto das minas que pra mim foi mó chica. Tava tudo claro, mas a cena complica. Porque quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar. Seja com quem for, a minha vida é cantar. Nunca no mesmo lugar, seja sozinho a dois, o resto eu vejo depois.
It's time for the NBA live on 2K Sports.
on your back. God for the strength they lack. So if you know another way, you can look the other way. You know another way, tell them so right to their face. I pay for what's called eccentricity in my wish to evolve. I hear them all say that I got heart, but not everything that it takes. Take my mind, but not my soul. Tell you I got fire, I won't sell it for no payroll. Let them hold me down. I know if I know another way, I can look the other way. I know another way, I tell them so right to their face.
Entirely, totally, bring it all together. I want everything. Filter this feels like hot gossip. The man to read, copy poor folks waiting on the trickle with your hands out. I gotta laugh at you and call it luck because it wasn't due to you. Don't mean I ain't paying dues. You stupid. I'm on your mind for reaching things that you can't. Just know I'm doing something you ain't. Simple and plain.
Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Ay. Yeah. Boys. Yeah. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We them boys. Hold on. We making noise. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise. We them boys. Let's get on right now though. Smell that on me, they gon' follow. Like she won a lotto. Really must be serious. Scared of heights, come face your fears. Hold up. Do it just like Nikki, gone and it over. Say she roll with me, she tired of being a loner. Young, but you know I'm ready. Foreign girls call me. But I'ma get back to the point, baby. Hold on. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise. We them boys. We them boys. We making noise. We them boys.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Hold up. You drive me crazy. Number one, girl, you can't replace me. Lead a club, these bras be trying to chase me. Come roll with me in my Mercedes. Hold up, I see they broke, I see they lazy. Man, they money slim, they acting shady. I'm in my brand new car, who wanna race? Girl, you ain't come up on, so why you showing up? Never. I'm taking them shots, my partners, they loaded up. Man, on the low, all these be acting so material.
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in.